But first, the investigators with never released details in the murder investigation of Jane Bashara. And good evening, I'm Stephen Clark.
And I'm Carolyn Clifford. Tonight, the investigators have uncovered new information on what detectives found inside Bashara's Mercedes.
Let's get right to investigator Scott Lewis, standing by on Detroit's east side tonight. And Scott, what are your sources telling you about this?
Stephen, tonight my sources are giving me new information about what Jane Bashara was wearing, about her injuries, about the placement of her body inside the SUV, and new information about what else was found inside that Mercedes.
Action News has learned that Jane Bashara's SUV was towed to the medical examiner's office with her body still inside. Investigators wanted to have a pathologist see the body as it was left at the crime scene. When police arrived on the scene, they found Bashara's body between the front and back seat, partially on the floor. Her purse and its contents were strewn about on the passenger side floor. The keys to the Mercedes were on the driver's side floor, and there was a prescription bottle on the passenger seat. Bashara was wearing black stretch pants, a greenish blouse, a bra, and panties. Authorities also found what were described as house shoes on the floor of the Mercedes. At the medical examiner's office, a pathologist noted that there was heavy bruising on the upper chest and throat area. I've also learned a couple of Jane Bashara's fingernails were broken. Bob Bashara told police he last talked to his wife around 4:30 on the day she disappeared. According to this woman, the Mercedes was in the alley about 4 hours later.
On her way home from work Tuesday night between 8:30 and 9, she saw the Mercedes trucks hanging out the alley.
She was sure about the time?
Yes, because she come home around that time every day.
A few hours later, around 11:15, this woman says her dog was barking wildly and looking out the window toward the spot where the SUV was dumped.
I didn't see anything. I didn't hear anything, but that's not like her.
To behave that way?
To behave that way, no.
Something upset her?
Something upset her really bad.
The next day, something happened that spooked her. A man pulled up in a white SUV going the wrong way. He blocked her driveway and asked her if she had information about what happened in the alley behind her house.
He said, well, ma'am, if you know and can lead anyone to the arrest and conviction of the person that killed my friend, you have a $10,000 reward.
She says the man scribbled his first name and phone number on this piece of paper and left.
Well, that lady was kind of alarmed because there was nothing about a reward on the news, and I've never seen in my years of covering homicides anyone offering a reward just hours after a body was found. Now, late today, after we tried numerous times to reach this guy, Jim, and the phone number he gave, and were unsuccessful, a man walked into the Grosse Pointe Park police station. He said, I'm the guy offering the reward. He gave them his name, his address. He says, I'm just trying to help, and the police plan to follow up with him. Reporting live from Northeast Detroit, Scott Lewis, 7 Action News.
Definitely an interesting turn on that one, Scott. We know you'll stay on top of the story, and we'll bring you all the details as soon as we have them. Thanks.
Well, family and friends of Jane Bashara are gathering to pay their last respects at the A.H. Peters Funeral Home on Mac.
7 Action News reporter Dave Llewellyn spoke to some of the friends of the Bashara family, and he joins us live from Grosse Pointe Park tonight. Dave, how are these friends holding up in the wake of this horrible, horrible week they've had?
Well, it's a very, very tough time, certainly for the family, Stephen, and also for the friends of the couple who, in many cases today, were coming to pay their respects.
I went into the visitation and Bob hugged me, so that made me feel good. Yeah. I just hope that everything comes out okay, you know, with his situation and everything.
You don't know how it happened or how and why it happened, you know. Yeah. Nobody has any clue.
I was crying like a little baby. I mean, Jane was a wonderful, fine person. Like you said, Bob was outgoing, Jane was very refined. And I think because they were so different, they mixed good. They had a good life together.
Hal and Ron speaking from the heart. Very difficult time for them. They will plan to attend the funeral service that will be held tomorrow for Jane Bashara as well. We are live tonight in Grosse Pointe Park. Dave Llewellyn, 7 Action News.
All right, thank you.